Alright, Shalom, Shalom. It's the brother Zachariah coming back to you with another lesson. Now, I'm at work, but like I said, through the Spirit, I just really wanted to dive into this. So you might hear machines, you might hear buzzers, you might hear different things. You might even hear a coworker come up and maybe interrupt me. But I wanted to get this out, through the Spirit, because like I said, I'm working long hours this week. So I just wanted to try to get in some lessons. So, if I can, and if I'm working by myself, which, this is a new thing. It's been a while since I've been able to work by myself in my department. When someone else is over here, they always have them over here with me. And because I've been here for so long, I'm having to train them. I have to be alert when they ask questions. So I wouldn't be able to do things like this. But, having this spare time working to myself, I was like, man, well, shoot, I might pull my phone out and try to knock a lesson out, even while I'm working, through the Spirit. So, Lord willing, y'all be edifying. But first and foremost, I want to give all honor, all glory, and all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel. Shalom to you brothers out there that are laboring, enduring the elements, making your body a living sacrifice, trying to seal the elect, making your call and election assured, seeking out your own salvation. And to you sisters out there that are learning, listening, applying, being obedient to your husbands, shalom, shalom. All right, so we're going to go ahead and dive into this lesson. And I'm going to talk about several topics, but they're all connected, okay? But we're going to start off talking about these smart cities, and I have an article that I had posted recently where they're doing it, I think over in like California or something. There's a group of, I want to say they're billionaires, and they wanted to, they're putting their money together to build these smart cities, which we're going to dive into that. But I wanted to start off because I came across this article. This was back on July 12th, and it says the $500 billion desert fantasy smart city being built in the desert of Saudi Arabia. Okay, Saudi Arabia, that's Ishmaelites. Okay, and it says Forbes and all that. This is the mindset of a lot of these nations, these people. It says, have you ever wondered when these futuristic cities we often see in movies will actually start becoming a reality? Well, this could happen sooner than you think. Mohammed bin Salman, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia, has announced one of the greatest and most technological advanced projects in history. All right, and let's see. Hold on. This project involves transforming a desert the size of Belgium into a high-tech region. There is certainly a big allure to the ideal of building futuristic, powerful, and advanced city in one of the harshest terrains available, a desert. Introducing Neon, the $500 billion smart city. Okay, and that's all I'm going to read on that because, like I said, that was just the point I wanted to bring that out, showing you that it's not just here in Babylon that, they're doing this. This is a global thing, and it's showing you here with these Ishmaelites. They're doing the same thing. I did a video where I believe it's Ammonites, which is the Japanese. They're building a city, an ark city. Okay, and they said that this will be able to escape like a major catastrophe, and this is the mindset of a lot of people. All right, here's another article here. This is Silicon Valley. Billionaires secretly buy up land for new California city. So they're buying up land. You got Bill Gates that bought up all this farmland, and then he's wanting to do these selling this fake meat, So it's a lot of stuff happening, right now on the planet. A lot of people have no clue, They're they got their bread in circuses, and they're occupied with all that in this everyday life, and they're not even really considering the times that we're in. The Bible says measure their times. Okay, all right, diligently. Okay, but it says not just a company town in the not just a company town, it's the new feudal age. All right, And it says a gaggle of tech billionaires, okay, so yeah, they're billionaires, want to start their own metropolis in California. And they've spent the past 5 years buying up thousands of acres of land north of San Francisco Bay Area to do it, okay? And there's more on this, and I'm not going to read all that, you know, like I said, for the sake of time, because I am at work. But we're going to go ahead and dive into some scriptures. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. And it says their inward thought, okay? This is their inward thought. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. And who thinks like this? Esau, Edom, but also these other nations. Some of our people think this way as well. You know, a lot of people refuse to hearken and come into this truth. Because when you start to tell them America's going to be destroyed, they'll be like, oh, no, 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 no. It's not going to come in my time. You know, this is things that some of my kinfolk has even said to me. You know, this thing's not going to happen in my time. You know, and they're all focused on, they want this place to continue. You know, our people truly love oppression. You know, those that are not in the know, in this truth. But, you know, hey, some people, hey, the 2/3 got to be the 2/3 and the 1/3 got to be the 1/3. You know, somebody got to be 2/3. And Lord willing, that ain't me. All right, but again, it says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names, and that's what these devils did to the tribes. You know, took lands and then they put their names on it. All right. So now, moving on to this article, this is TMZ, and it says Joe Biden heckled response to Hawaii's wildfires as he tours disaster zone. And this man, I don't know if it might say it in this article, but there was Salakia, y'all. 1 second. Something was coming undone on my machine. All right, I'm back. Now, you know, something was said that he was talking about giving each family like, is it $700 or something? It was something crazy to that, you know. And these Hawaiians are mad because they're saying, hey man, he's over here giving billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine, you know, and they're not even part of the United States. They're like, we're an actual state. You know, what about us? And then when he went there and they were going over all the disaster stuff, they said that he fell asleep. There was footage of him falling asleep, you know. But people were calling him names, slurs, and everything. You know, they're mad, man, you know. And we'll go ahead and read a little bit of it. It says Joe Biden was slammed by angry Hawaiians who gave him the middle finger. See, they gave him the middle finger and a piece of their minds after he touched down in the island state to access the damage caused by the deadliest wildfires in modern American history. All right. It says the 46th president flew into Lahaina, Hawaii, with First Lady Jill Biden. So she came there with him on Air Force One Monday and were greeted by residents pissed off about Joe's response, or lack thereof, to the disaster that has so far killed a staggering 114 people, with an estimate of 1,000 more still missing. So there's 1,000 more still missing. Look, here's middle fingers. Look at this. People are pissed, man. It says other images show locals giving Joe the thumbs down while holding signs demanding relief for Lahaina, which was hardest hit by the wildfires. Of course, Biden is getting all this criticism because many believe he dropped the ball with his slow response to the tragedy. Because these devils don't care, and if anything, they really had a hand in it. You know, there's this talk about these direct energy weapons and stuff like that, which, you know, I'm trying to be careful what I say, but you know, they feel like this was the cause, because it's very ironic. Certain spots were hit while a lot of these billionaires and you know, rich and famous people have land over there on these islands, but their stuff went unscathed, you know, so that's very suspicious. And it was also, you know, it was brought out that a lot, you know, like people were trying to purchase, get them to sell certain land and stuff, and the people were like, no, we're not selling our land, and all that all those areas were hit. So you know, a lot of that stuff is really like, it just make you go, like something ain't right, you know. All right, let's see. All right, it says now it appears Biden is trying to make up for it by touring the region, giving a speech about the devastation and offering millions in federal aid to those impacted. The White House has also defended Joe, describing his effort as robust, with a whole of government response. Yeah, but it might be a little too late, judging by the reactions for Hawaiians. Hey, these people are pissed, man. These people are pissed. All right. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men." Okay, and it says, in invading one another. Okay, and this ultimately, the invading one another, that's ultimately going to be here in Babylon. I mean, it's going to happen worldwide, but you know, we really specify on Babylon because this is the great whore. This place has spewed her wine out and got everyone drunk. You know, so this place, you know, the people are proud, they're very arrogant, and they boast, you know, and they feel like, you know, this place hasn't really been touched like that, you know. But hey, they're gonna feel it. They're gonna feel it here really soon, okay? But it says, invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and that's what you see with the Hawaiians, you know, because technically you might as well say Hawaii is part of Babylon because it's a state. So, you know, that's why that place is being judged as well. You know, Babylon got his filthy hands wrapped around that place, those islands, okay? But it says, shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You know, people are going to go crazy, man. All right. This is 2 Ezra 9 and verse 3, and it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, which we see earthquakes all the time. I did a lesson where, you know, they said California was hit with a hurricane, you know, earthquake and a hurricane at the same time. And, yeah, it's wild, man. You know, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua is visiting this place, man. You know, through these natural disasters and plagues, okay? You know, they bringing back the you know what, you know. So the C-19. All right, but it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Okay, we're gonna go to verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua said these things were gonna happen. Okay, and this is what you're seeing, you know, happen before your very eyes. You know. All right, this is a good scripture too. I like this one, especially when, you know, people depend on Babylon, and people are starting to see that Babylon is not really for the people here. You know, this whole thing, this thing ain't even a country. This place is a corporation. You know, and this is for the elites. Okay. You know, even the police are not to serve the people. People believe that, but they're not for the people. They're here to protect the interests and everything of the elites. All right. This is Lamentations 4 and 17. It says, as for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. They're looking for a president, you know, looking for funding and help, and these devils are showing you who they are. I told you, many brothers have said it as well, that you're going to see these devils are going to start showing their horns more and more, you know, in these last days. Show you who they are, and people are going to start seeing them for who they are. You know, it tells you in Obadiah, you know, that was Obadiah over verse 2, it says, I've made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. And they haven't really been despised because they've been in rulership. So people have really looked at, you know, at them as, you know, as it. Because this devil has got everyone drunk off that wine. You know, he painted Yahweh Shai as white. Yahweh is white, the angels, the Israelites, all that. They portray to be the people. So people really look at them, you know, as it. And plus they have a strong military and stuff. So people was really in fear, but now these nations are getting stronger and stronger, and they also are seeing this devil for who he is. But again, Lamentations 4 and 17, it says, as for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. See? All right. So this is why, you know, these devils, they seeing these devils, man, and they starting to, you know, give them the middle finger and calling them names. They were mad about Joe Biden. Like I said, he went there and he fell asleep during the whole little, I think it was like a little press conference or something. And this devil went to sleep. All right. All right, this is an article here, and it says fact check. It says Maui fires caused by direct energy weapons, question mark. Now, most of your articles are actually saying that it didn't occur. What you doing with that, Richard?
Working on it.
Huh?
Working on it.
Oh, so you just try to see if it'll work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Sometimes they do. All right, Salakia for that, y'all. You know, one of the supervisors coming by. But yeah, you know, it says Maui fires caused by direct energy weapons, question mark. It says as dramatic images of the aftermath, Maui fires spread on social media, so are conspiracy theories about what caused it. Official sources blame extreme weather conditions, but others suggest it was intentional. And me personally, I believe it was intentional. Now, you know, you could take it or believe it, but these devils put stuff in these movies. I just watched the new Indiana Jones movie, and I advise you all to go watch it. These devils, they talking about time travel in it, which these devils, I'm telling you, these devils are really trying to time travel. If they could, you know, they might be trying to figure ways out, because if they could, they might try to change history and certain things. They might have it, they might go back to time where you know, this sounds crazy, you know, and it's a little off topic, but these devils was trying to go back to where you know, before Esau gave up the birthright. All right, Salakia, I'm back. You know, one of the crazy things about these devils, man, these, you know, they'll come over, and it's funny that he's been coming over here. Now I'm starting to do this Bible lesson, and now he wants to come and stand over here, act like he's working on something in this area, you know, when he's actually doing something elsewhere in another department. But, you know, it's like these devils are trying to watch me or something. And I've been on this job for a long time, Akim, you know, it's just showing you that these devils, man, they watch you, man. You know, it tells you the wicked watches the righteous. But anyways, back on the topic, you know, Indiana Jones, this movie, man, it showed you in the beginning, like, they were talking about, like, it was a certain war, I can't actually remember, but they said that they were using, like, a reflection of the sun beaming onto, like this glass and causing, you know how it could cause, like, like a beam of light, and it could hit a piece of paper or something and make it turn, you know, cause fire. All right, they said they were doing this from the sky with these weapons, and it makes me think of like how we've been going into the DEW, which means direct energy weapons. DEW. This is what these devils are doing. This is probably why they Elon Musk and them are doing that stuff with the space. They probably putting these things up in the sky to where, like, they know the rotations of the sun and everything to where it'll work, and they can use weapons, you know. The men of the Lord have been saying things like this, that, you know, they got their space force. They might use the same type of technology to fight the chariots and Yahushua when he returns, which is, we know it's going to come to naught. You know, it's not going to do anything. But, you know, just look at this picture, man, and see how that's coming down and then causing a fire. Like, there's a lot of this stuff that's out of nowhere, you know. Look at this, man. This is crazy.
The world's first airborne directed energy weapon, the airborne laser, also known as the ABL. Just mounting the ABL requires one of the most sophisticated and elaborate modifications in history. The entire nose section is removed and retrofitted, and the world's largest titanium plate is installed to hold the enormous turret-mounted laser in place. The ABL system is designed to find, track, and destroy an enemy target in the air and on the ground. It can loiter at 40,000 feet for 5 hours, refuel in midair, and destroy a target 60 miles away in less than a second.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 17 says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. And you could apply this with the stuff with Hawaii right now, because right now they're at adversity. They got all this happening, but then you're going to find Esau, Edom there first. And that's why everyone's starting to say, like, man, this is very ironic, you know, how these fires came about and only certain places were hit, showing you that this devil, man, has something to do with it, okay? And now he's pretending to help them by talking about, oh, we're going to give you this funding and this and that, but meanwhile, they're giving billions over there to Ukraine, and that's what the Hawaiians were bringing out in the interviews. They're showing you they're not happy, they're not smiling, they're pissed, you know? But this is right on point, showing you, man, this is who this devil is. You know, this devil wants your land, okay? And now that he's puffed up and got all this technology, he's going to use his technology to destroy many people and lands so he can take it. All right, this is Micah 2:2, and it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence. All right, and it says, in houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. This is Esau, Edom. This is what he did to the tribes. This is what he did to Gad. You know, Gad had a big portion of the Americas, and now he's got them all on reservations, ghettos, reclassified some of them as Negro, you know, which I believe through the spirit, you know, that I'm of Gad, you know. A lot of my family, you know, they would always tell me about us having Cherokee, and, you know, me being from like Indiana, Kentucky area, this is Cherokee territory, as well as my dad. But see, you are what your father is. And then my dad's father, you know, I believe his family migrated from Tennessee, which that's Cherokee land as well, you know, various parts of the Americas. This is why you should do your research. You know, a lot of guys calling themselves Judah. They want to be part of that kingdom tribe, but I'm telling you, a lot of people might be surprised. You know, you see dark skin, woolly hair, and you automatically assume that means Judah. But hey, you could be Gad, man. You know, there's different records, and it's not. I'm not saying that all of Gad is dark skin or nothing like that, but I'm not saying that all of them had long, stringy hair and they all were like pale. You know, we came in all shades, even the Northern Kingdom. You know, but that goes above. You know, some people. That's another lesson, you know, not to get off topic, okay? But yeah, this devil covets fields and stuff like that, man. You know, he wants your lands. You know, you could read more about that in the book of Habakkuk, how this man goes, you know, he not to keep it at home, you know, he's in everybody's business everywhere. He wants your land, he wants to rule over you. All right. There was a video clip of this Edomite, and he was talking about all the different forest fires all throughout Babylon. And but I couldn't find the video. I was trying to look. One brother has posted it, but I can't remember which brother it was. I didn't get a chance to repost it or download it so I could use it for this lesson. But anyways, I went online and I looked this up, and this was very interesting. And it just shows all the states, you know, that have all the different fires going on. Like, look, California says 26 fires, and it shows you all the acres. You know, this is thousands of acres, man, that are burnt up, you know, with fire. Look, Texas, there's 386, 57 in Washington, 11 in New Mexico, 18 in Montana, New Jersey. And a lot of this ain't even being covered on the news. They're not talking about this, you know. Arizona, look, Oregon, Colorado, Idaho. Look, 1 in Florida, look, 4 in Mississippi, Oklahoma's got 4, 6 in Utah. So look, all these different states. And then there's also some out there in Canada. And there's probably more. This is just what this site is covered, you know. But this is heavy, man. All right. This is Luke 12:49. It says, I have come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it already be kindled? So this is Yahweh Shah speaking, telling you that it'll already be kindled. So, you know, you're seeing all these fires, but all this stuff is already being kindled right now, you know, throughout, you know, the world. You know, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Spain is dealing with fires and stuff as well, which they had a hand in our downfall as well. A lot of those so-called European nations, they had a hand in it. So, you know, there's judgment going out, okay? This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 29. It says, fire and hail and famine and death, all of these were created for vengeance. So even fire, the fires that you're seeing, those are a tool by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai used as vengeance. Okay?
Not go to these camps. The government is now building these camps all over the place, and a major one was just discovered, and they just opened it up, and they are now telling hundreds of people to go there right now. All right, so they're building these camps, and they want to consolidate people into them. Okay, people's homes are being destroyed. They're forcing them to evacuate, and now the government has these massive camps. That's what they're calling them, quote, evacuation camps. And you are going to be forced to live on government property, right? And this government combine, this government camp here that they set up, this is going to be your new life after your home and your land and your business has been completely destroyed. This is what they're setting up right now. One of them just opened up, and they have hundreds of people going there right now. Okay, so this is a big deal that they're building these camps, and they are now putting them out into the open and exposing them. And they're saying, look, we have these camps built for you, and they're great. And that's literally what they're calling them, quote, evacuation camps. That's what the official government word that they are calling them right now. Okay, so they're saying, look, we have this great place for you to go to. It's this great evacuation camp because, sorry about that, your home just got destroyed and it just got burned down from one of these crazy weather manipulated storms or from one of these insane fires that we are seeing. Okay, so this is the goal that they are going to push, and there's a lot of suspicious stuff going on. They are building these, quote, fire evacuation camps. All right, fire evacuation camps. That's what they're calling them, and that's what the government is calling them. And they're building them all over, and they just opened a major one that over 300 people are going to in Canada, right north of Seattle. All right, so this camp is probably an hour and a half north of Seattle, Washington, and this is related to the massive fires they're having right outside of Kelowna. Okay, so Kelowna's been burning for the past 2 weeks, and it's right up on the edge of the city, and this is like a major city in BC, Canada. All right, it's one of their bigger cities, and a ton of people live there, and the fires are right up against the city, and it's taken out a lot of the homes and a lot of buildings in Kelowna as well. Well, right near Kelowna, about 20 minutes from it, they are building in Kamloops. They just opened up these massive camps. They're calling them evacuation camps, and they have these mobile homes on this lot. They're saying, hey, this was a cornfield just a little bit ago, and they're building these camps all over the place, and they're just stuffing a bunch of mobile homes in there and evacuating people there and saying, look, your home's gone, your home's burned down, sorry about that, but now you can live in this camp. All right, this is what's happening right now to people, and they're saying they've already put over 300 people in one of these camps, in the Kamloops camps. All right, and they're saying they are building these all over the place to deal with these fires. They are building them in northern Canada. All right, the fires are really bad up there near Yellowknife, all right, and the Northwest Territories way up there. They're building them up there, and there's even talk that they're building them in the United States as well to start dealing with these fires and these disasters. All right, so this is the start. And these camps are literally being built by the federal emergency agencies in Canada. Okay, and they had the governor of BC going and visiting these camps, and they're even calling them camps. Okay, so this is the solution. This is what they want to do. They want to burn down everyone's home. They want to contaminate it. Look at what happened in Ohio, East Palestine. Contaminate your home, and then they want to make it completely worthless, so you just have no value. All of your equity is gone, and your home, your loan, is completely messed up, okay? And hopefully you have fire insurance. A lot of these people don't have fire insurance, and they haven't updated their insurance to deal with inflation and all this stuff, values going up, home prices going up. It's a major issue, and people's homes and lives are being burnt to the ground, destroyed, and then they're saying, hey, here's this camp, literally this evacuation camp for you to go live in. So this is the plan, these 15-minute cities, these smart cities. And we might not even get that. We might not even get the technological advances of that. It might just be everyone's homes are destroyed and burnt down, and you're just living. Essentially, they just consolidate everyone into these camps. They're literally calling them camps. Okay, they just want to consolidate people into that. So please hit it up for me down there to get this video out to more people, because they're building these all over the place. They are spreading, and this seems like a big part of their plan. And
All right. So as you seen in the video clip, they're building these camps, and like I said earlier, that's why I said all these are connecting. They're doing these smart cities. They're building these camps. The scripture says that they'll be like madmen, sparing none, and casting some of you out of your houses. You're gonna see a lot of that, and a lot of these, you've seen it already. With the Hawaiians and stuff like that. Everybody's gonna face this, man, and have to face this devil. Okay, being cast out of your homes. Some of you will be cast into prison, which some of these so-called FEMA camps are nothing more but prisons. So you're gonna see a lot of this more and more in these last days, man. You're gonna see people cast out of their homes, be put in these FEMA camps. And a lot of brothers are saying that once you go in them things, you ain't coming out. The way that they're gonna probably set them up is to have you in there, and they're gonna use these so-called pandemics and stuff as a way to get this thing in motion. Okay, they probably had it set up in there where you're gonna take the MOTB and everything. This is heavy times that we are in.
While y'all at work, let me show y'all how many cities have already agreed and participating to be smart cities. Look, you can pause this on your own time or just look up cities that are participating in smart cities. Here's the first snapshot. There's the second one. Just find your city. Here's another. And there's more cities. Just find your city. And there's more that's agreeing to be smart cities. Hold on. Yeah, it keeps going. Just find your city. These are all the cities that are participating right now, 2023, with smart cities. That means everything AI in it, everything digital in it. You must have the digital currency to shop, buy, trade, or sell. You must have an electric car. You must have FedNow, the digital currency. Everything must be digital in the smart city. Everything must be controlled. Everything must be tracked. Nothing will get away. New World Order.
All right, and I read this earlier, but I want to read it again because this is heavy. Okay, this is the mindset of Esau Edom. He's building these smart cities, and this is all throughout the United States. This is Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Okay, like I said, they're building these so-called smart cities. And these camps and all that, which these smart cities are probably going to be those camps, all right? They're building these all throughout Babylon. Okay? All right, so that, that's how Esau Edom, that's talking about the so-called white man Esau Edom, that's how he gets down. But this is going to be my last verse here, and I'll end it on this. And Lord willing, this is edifying, okay? Sorry for the pauses and things like that. I've had people, walking by and coming up, while I'm trying to do this lesson. All right, but this is the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 4, okay? Because this is the mindset of Esau Edom, y'all. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. See, but see this devil now, what he's doing, this is the same devil, same spirit. He's destroying these places, but he's gonna go back and build them. you know. Okay, all right. He says, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. Okay, so Yahweh Shem Yahushua saying I will throw down, you know. And they shall call them the border of wickedness. All right, this is Esau, Edom. They're the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. See, He has indignation against them forever. You know, part of their new world order is building these so-called smart cities and things like that. Okay, and but Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to disappoint you know, their the crafty, so they can't form their enterprise. Okay, that's in the book of Job. Okay, so you know, this is letting you know, man, you don't want to be joined unto these people, because they're gonna fall by the sword. They got judgment coming, and if you you know, you get this message, you come across these lessons, man, this is the time to you know, wake up, man, out of your slumber, Jake, you know, and come back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, come back to the ways, you know, of your power, man, you know, because, you know, this place, man, is going down, you know. You can get no plainer than that. The scriptures I brought out is showing you, man, the times we're in. It's on, everything is on point, you know. And this, like I said, this devil, he's got his plans and his agenda, and he thinks that he's gonna somehow offset the prophecy, but the prophecies are still rolling, you know. So you need to come back to the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, or you will be destroyed. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, all glory, and all praise unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel, and shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Till the next one, shalom.